So I got two headlines I want to juxtapose here. This is from CNN. Report that FBI sought nuclear documents sharpens Trump showdown with Justice Department. Trump denies report that FBI sought nuclear documents during Mar-a-Lago search. So I want to read this one first. I'll get a couple of paragraphs in, and then we'll switch over, see what Trump has to say. A report that FBI agents searched for classified documents related to nuclear weapons at Donald Trump's Florida resort could explain the urgency of the unprecedented operation at the home of an ex-president and takes his showdown with the Justice Department to a grave new level. The account in the Washington Post could also undercut Republican lawmakers who didn't wait for details of the case before criticizing a search they claimed was more typical of a tyrannical state. Again, Republicans are fucking stupid. The latest development also further ups the stakes of an escalating legal battle after Attorney General Merrick Garland on Thursday called the former commander-in-chief's bluff and, in an unusual move, asked the court to unseal the search warrant and inventory of property taken from Trump's home. Okay? I'm going to move my camera a little bit. The details in the Post report came on yet another extraordinary day that reprised the chaos and recriminations of Trump's presidency and carved acrimonious new political divides ahead of the former president's likely run for the White House. Now, again, just want to be very clear, Donald Trump is actually banned from running for president or any office. He is banned under 14th Amendment Section 3 that says you're not allowed to engage in an insurrection against the United States, and also you're not allowed to give aid or comfort to those engaging in an insurrection against the United States. Donald Trump not only engaged in an insurrection, but he also gave extensive aid and extensive comfort to other people engaging in the insurrection, and therefore he is banned from running for office. But of course, Democrats are lazy and they don't know anything about the Constitution, so they're not going to do anything about that. But throwing that out there. The Post cited people familiar with the investigation as saying that federal agents were looking for classified documents related to nuclear weapons. Among other items at Trump's resort, the people did not describe the documents in detail, nor whether they related to nuclear arms belonging to the U.S. or another nation. CNN has not independently confirmed the report. But if it turns out that Trump did take such material from the White House, it would raise the question of why a former president would need such closely guarded secrets after leaving office. The possibility that such material would be held in an unsecured facility where guests come and go. Yeah, if I'm like a foreign leader or someone that works for another government, you know what the first thing I'm going to do is get a membership in Mar-a-Lago. You know what I mean? So throwing that out there. Anyway, my guess is that he just took whatever he could. He just stole whatever property he could and didn't really look through them. That's my guess. I would be shocked if he took the nuclear codes or something on purpose in an effort to sell them to Russia. I would be shocked. I don't think that at all. I think it's most likely he just took whatever he could, didn't look through them, and then the FBI was like, yo, or the White House was like, yo, we don't know where these codes are, some shit like that, and then they looked for them and found them. Anyway, let's read this. Former President Donald Trump on Friday denied a report from the Washington Post that said FBI agents were looking for classified documents relating to nuclear weapons. On his Truth Social platform, Trump said nuclear weapons is a hoax, just like Russia was a hoax, referring to then Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into the Trump campaign ties to Russia. Trump attacked the officials involved with the search of his home, calling them sleazy. Now, once again, the Mueller report actually did find some good things. Donald Trump, of course, had people on his campaign that were very, very much so involved with, texting Russian people in the government of Russia, and again, it's also the more obvious thing is, of course, Vladimir Putin would want someone like Donald Trump in the White House. He wants to destabilize the West. He wants to destabilize the United States. So no shit, it's a shared interest thing. But again, a lot of people did hype up the Mueller report, in my opinion, in a little cringy of a way. But either way, Trump is, of course, going to deny he did anything wrong every single time, right? He's just going to call every factually proven thing that he's done wrong, he's just going to call it a hoax, because why not? Once again, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Joe Biden won the 2020 election. So throwing that out there. NBC News has not independently blah, blah, blah. Details of the documents sought by the FBI, such as whether the nuclear weapons in question were tied to the United States or another country, were not immediately clear, nor was it known if the agency found documents it was searching. Anyway, so this kind of just rehashes what the other article is. But Donald Trump says it's not true. Theoretically, we're going to find out today, Friday at 3 p.m., whether or 3 p.m. Eastern, I imagine, what was in the search warrant. It's getting juicy, y'all. It's getting juicy, okay? It's getting fucking juicy. And once again, Donald Trump is banned from running for office, so I find this pretty hilarious. And I enjoy this. It's the everyone sucks kind of thing. And Merrick Garland, you know, famously or infamously, depending on your perspective, has done pretty much nothing most of the time that he's been Attorney General. So I'm glad to see that he is finally getting the DOJ to do something about literally all the thousands of crimes Donald Trump is committing. There's also a report that Donald Trump was doing a deposition in his New York bullshit. I think it's a civil case or something. I haven't followed that one too extensively, but he was pleading the Fifth Amendment like hundreds of times, so that's interesting. I'll look into that maybe and talk about it tomorrow. But my opinion, Donald Trump has kind of gotten away with breaking the law thousands and thousands of times, and he thinks he's on God mode. And so if we're at a situation where he's no longer on God mode, right? The cheat has been disabled, but he's still acting like he's on God mode, and Merrick Garland decides, hey, let's do something. You know, I cherish the idea and the fact that I will outlive Donald Trump, and I love that I know I will live throughout the rest of Donald Trump's life. Like, whatever happens to him, if he dies, if he goes to jail and then dies in jail, or gets Epsteined, or kills himself, or whatever he ends up doing, I am happy knowing that I am so young and he is so old, and I am so healthy and he is so unhealthy, that I will outlive him. And I feel really, really bad for the people that cannot say the same and that have died over the last couple of years. Because again, they're not going to live to see the end of the story. Imagine watching this movie, the Trump administration. Imagine going through this whole movie and you don't even get the ending. That sucks. So anyway, not to be too depressing, but if Trump does go to jail, I don't think he will. I'm going to be honest. I do not think he will. But I hope he does, and we'll see what happens. And it's going to be fun to talk about regardless. So there you go.